Howdy folks, I touched very briefly in the last video about the foiling of the windows. This is one of the very few winterizing tips that I give that is actually worth a crap. But I had to do another window, so I thought I'd do a quick video on how I do it. I took the screen out. Well, first for this job you're going to need some Reflectix. You can get this at your local hardware store. It's not cheap, but it is worth it. A Sharpie, a pair of scissors. And my improvement for this year is because before I used vinyl peel and stick, which is actually not very cheap. But what is cheap is this fabric I got at Walmart. This is $1.50 a yard. $1.50 a yard, can you believe it? And you're going to need some contact glue. Much cheaper. Anyway, you take your screen, you lay it on the Reflectix. Take your Sharpie, trace her on out. Yeah. You don't need to be exact. A tiny bit bigger in this instance is okay, because then you can just cram it in there real nice. Cut the dude out. Cuts very easily with a pair of scissors. Yeah. Alright, here's my improvement from the vinyl. Actually, one, this is a little bit easier too. It's a little bit quicker. Quicker, it's cheaper, and it looks the same on the outside, if not better, really, because you know it was a bargain, so it makes it look nicer to you. You want to lay it on the fabric. Stupid, cheap-ass fabric. Alright. Oh, I got a piece right here. Yep, too small. Alright. I'm going to cut off this little stupid piece here. This is left over from the other window I just did. You're not building a piano, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But you want your fabric. You take your foil. You lay the fabric over it about an inch each way. Eh? Yeah, yeah. Martha Stewart I'm not, but... And you want to cut it in a way that you try to waste as little as possible. Because I want to try to use this fabric to line the outside of my curtains. It's not very thick, but my goal was to try to have some sort of blackout curtains. Eventually I'd like to get to where I have lights on in here and you can't see any of it from outside. Extra sneaky. Okay, so it's cut a little bit bigger than my foil. Then I take this. You're going to want to have something on the edges. I'm going to use paper towel, otherwise your table's going to get all sticky. Don't waste your paper towel, just make it like an L shape on the table. Right? There you go. Start in the center. And then go over the edges real well. You're like, what about the other two edges? Boom! In your face, world! When I was a kid, I used to always get mad at my parents, like they'd put plastic over all the windows and you couldn't look out the windows. And I was like, when I'm grown up, I'll never do that. I'll just turn the heat up because I'll be so rich. Stupid plastic, I can't see out the window. Where's the piece I just cut? I think this is the piece I just cut. Yeah, okay. This is where it gets a little tricky, alright? Because I don't want big folds in it. So lay it on there just a little bit at a time. Get it flat. There you go. Because once it sticks, it's hard to get it back to where it's going to go. Whatever, that sentence didn't make any sense, but you know what I'm saying. Also, have a window open, because that spray is toxic, and I got my propane heater running, and it's flammable, and fill this place up with flammable gas, and then kaboom. And then you'll have something that looks like this. So that's on there. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to leave the fabric a little long. One, you don't really have to see it from the inside. It'll be black from the inside, but I'm going to leave it just a little bit long. The reason you also want to cut this a little bit big and leave the fabric a little bit loose at the bottom, I've found it helps to fill up the little gaps and such. The only issue is it's an RV, so the windows aren't necessarily like the greatest, most watertight windows you've ever had. So you get sometimes if your windows have a little bit of leak, and this being fabric, you might have a situation, but mine are pretty good. I sealed mine up pretty well. Worst case, you got to cut off some janky, cheap fabric and then just replace it. So there's that and that. Now I have a window foil. And for those who don't know, you think about the way it's going out, the way your screen faces. I don't want to lay that down there too tight yet because that glue's still sticky and I don't want to get glue on my screen. But I'm going to mark that little hole out and it'll go right in the spot. Off the table, don't jam a hole through your table. Real quickly, this side here is a split window. And this is where the little hole is. You can see it very well, the little thing that goes on the screen. And over here is a finished product. Again, you put that little hole here so you can have the little do-jobber. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad from the outside. I mean, from the outside it looks fine. Inside your blinds are down. But yeah, this little fix for you. Now that I got my job done, I'm going to enjoy my fine chamomile tea. So relaxing, some chamomile. Yeah, so I hope that little tip helped you. A couple of things I was going to talk about today. I should have shot some videos, but I got very lucky today. I feel very blessed. I think maybe because I'm on my good deed kick, doing nice things for people, but it's been coming back. I've been having problems with I thought it was my solar system, because when I was plugged in for a couple days there, my batteries went to full charge and stayed charged for about half a day. But long story short, I had to go to Interstate Battery today because I was trying to diagnose why my house batteries weren't lasting very long. I thought, because I fixed my fridge, but it kept going out. Power wouldn't last long at all. Essentially, all my batteries were shot. And I went to Interstate, and they're like, well, you're about 3 months over your warranty. And I was like, dude, 3 months, really? I was like, this battery should last longer than that. And I don't know if it was something I was doing. Maybe they're getting overcharged in the summertime. I know the charge controller on the Go Power system. For those who are new to the channel, I'll post a link to a video I did before about installing a solar system and a battery bank. And it's a long video, but if you're thinking about putting a solar system and a battery bank in your RV, I do recommend it. I might recommend talking to someone who knows more about it than I do. But I will say, like I said, I think, yeah, something shined down on me today, because the guy's like, he goes, you know what, I can't, but we did get a bunch of refurbished, I'll play the link of the conversation, I'll play the bit of the conversation.
This is the
I mean, would it could be something I was doing? I mean, like,
I wouldn't think so. I mean, pretty much they were fine on water levels.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were dry or anything. It's it's just really hot. But yeah, I think the 31s will all fit.
And you said those store power longer?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And honestly, you could probably fit one here too. Because they have threaded studs, so you're...
What do you mean, as my starting battery?
Yeah, and it's a lot more power.
Yeah? All right.
50s.
Yeah, is that, because this,
Yeah,
like I
these
said,
are
this
like
guy struggles.
140-minute reserve,
Yeah.
and those are 195.
All right.
So you get a lot more runtime. And then obviously 250 more cold cranking amps. But yeah, essentially, I got entirely set of brand new, or almost new to me, refurbished with longer storage capacity batteries. And right away, this thing was rocking and rolling. And I do need to figure out a way. This entire time, I thought I had it rigged up to where my house batteries were charging when I was driving. But that is not the case. So that is a quick goal I'm going to try to sort out before on my way up to Standing Rock. So I got to sort that out tomorrow. I got to pick up the remainder of the donations tomorrow. I've gotten so many donations. I can't even believe it. I'll do a big shout out donation video to all the people that did it before, either before I go or when I'm in Chicago. So those who don't know, I'm going to be, tomorrow is Tuesday, the November 20, whatever the last Tuesday of the month. You just look it up. I don't know when you watch this, but I'll be in South Bend at the Drop. And then on Wednesday, I'll be in Chicago. Thursday, Minneapolis. And then I'm off to Standing Rock. So those are 3 opportunities you have to come either see me perform and or drop off some donations. Filming, you don't want to be backlit. That's what you don't want. But anyway, yeah, so it was pretty good. Yeah, so far, and having this trip has pushed me really hard to get things done. I know what kind of guy I am. I'm a procrastinating kind of dude, so I need something, one, to get on and look forward, that I need to have purpose, right? And then having that has pushed me to like get all this stuff done right away. Things that have been hanging over my head for a little bit, like fixing the little doors outside. I needed a gas cap for I don't know how long. I only put a 3/4 of a tank of gas in because I have a gas cap, and then I'm always like, oh, I need a gas cap, but then I immediately forgot because I wasn't pumping gas, and they don't sell gas caps at the gas station. So I finally got a gas cap today. The battery thing, needed that to be sorted out. Tire pressure, spare tire, check it. Fluids and all that I did not too long ago. Get this thing winterized. All that. Boom. Stuff that I would have dragged out for too long. You got to set yourself up to have some reason to get something done at a certain time. So that's been good. And yeah. Anyway. I don't know what the hell else I'm talking about. It's late tonight, and I got to get up early tomorrow. I got to go by the goat in Yellow Springs and get the rest of the donations. Find a place to put all of it because this RV is filling up quick. And yeah, anyway, I'm headed up there. Thanks for all the well wishes and all that business. But really, I feel like it's been, like I said, it's been really great seeing everybody, the amount of people that have come forward and helped out with this. And I'm not saying it's a victory. I'm saying there's people been there for months and months and have been really, but people notice what's happening, and that's cool. So anyway, thank you guys, and y'all have a nice night.